First quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. Here is Vasquez. So with Paul on the bench, there's who's on the floor now for Vinny Del Negro. Willie Green out there at Bledsoe. Then it's Odom, and it's Hill, and it's Jordan in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Lopez backs in. 6 on the shot clock. The 3 from Anderson. No luck. Now the Clippers take it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound category. They've got to continue their work on the glass.
Yeah, I agree with you, Steve. I mean, they're on the right side of the ledger, and that is all that matters to them right now with the lead they have.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Clippers traded away their first-round pick last season to the Cavs. At the time, because the draft was not supposed to be that great, they didn't think too highly of it, saying they didn't see anyone they particularly thought of that high in the draft. But it ended up being the #1 overall selection. We'll see how that pick pans out over the next several years, guys.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris.
You know, it certainly isn't paying off in the short term.
Well, obviously, you know, after the fact, you say, well, they should have kept the pick. They'd either have Derek Williams or Kyrie Irving right now, but it's too late now. And at the time, they were just trying to save money, and they felt like they had their positions covered.
Vasquez. Lopez commits the loose ball foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. So for the Clippers, Caron Butler is checked in for Hill. Crawford comes in for Willie Green. And it's Paul in for Eric Bledsoe. Davis is checked in for the Hornets. Rivers comes in for Vasquez. Here's Paul. Still looking to get on the scoreboard. Here's Odom. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Odom's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Clippers.
Guys, coming into last season, there were a lot of question marks about Chris Paul. He had that knee injury, and I thought at times last year it really showed. He was hobbled, but he still has the ability.
And the big-time jam. Let's see it again with the spike slam king.
Boy, he hung him out to dry that time. A terrific reverse.
You can't help but be amazed by that time.
Man,
that's one to remember, huh? The Hornets were hit by the injury bug last season as Chris Paul missed some time, and then, of course, losing David West for the year in March. That was painful.
Time call here. The Hornets decide to talk it over. And doesn't it always seem, Clark, like the Hornets get injured with key players at the wrong time?
Well, you go back to last season, Kevin, the West injury was huge. I mean, you would love to see what a fully healthy, rested Hornet squad can do in the playoffs. Hasn't been the case recently.
And the year before, Chris Paul blew a knee. I mean, it just seems like every year there's something.
Yeah.
Here's Gordon, now off the inbound, and they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
Well, it was a shame that Eric Gordon missed almost 2 months last season with the wrist injury, but when he's playing, he's as strong and explosive as any two-guard in the league.
Good for the three-point play. Clark, you mentioned the scoring boost for Eric Gordon. He said that within the next couple of seasons, he wants to be the NBA's top scorer. Think he can get that, Steve?
He's got the ability. I mean, the way he can shoot the ball and put it on the floor and use his strength to get to the rim. What I liked last year, Kevin, is he upped his assist total to over 4 a game. That's pretty good for a shooting guard.
Here's Butler, and it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Boy, he set him up nicely with that pass.
Boy, I love the ball movement, guys. That's 3 of their last 5 shots coming off of assists.
And no problem at the line here for the three-point play.
Kevin, interesting story with Caron Butler. He's out of Racine, Wisconsin, and had a rough childhood, but really a great story of a guy turning things around for himself. He's been one of the more consistent players in the league.
And here's Aminu, 6 to shoot. Passes it to Gordon. On deep, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. And then for New Orleans, Robin Lopez is checked in for Anderson. Miller comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. And it's Vasquez in for Eric Gordon. Clippers leading by 10. And a chance here to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Hi, Kevin. Well, Blake Griffin, a special talent, finds himself on a Clippers team that's been one of the NBA's least successful franchises over the years. Griffin said, "To be honest, I always heard things about the Clippers, but it's something I know can be changed. I feel we can change that culture." Asked about the winning culture, Griffin said, "When I came into the league, someone said to me, it's a long season. We're going to lose some games. You can't get mad over every loss. I've thought about it, and I don't agree with that. I'm never going to be okay with losing. When I'm okay with losing, it's time to walk away." Guys, Griffin already taking a leadership role on this young team.
Pretty impressive, Doris. Thanks. Crawford's shot is good.
It's been all about ball movement here. Great passing.
Yeah, anytime you've got an unselfish team, the ball will find the open player.
Miller kicks to Davis. Rivers. And Crawford picks him up defensively. Straight up. And the powerful one-handed slam.
That was a dangerous pass, but he put it right where it had to be.
Here comes Chris Paul. Looking for his first bucket of the game.
Well, the Lakers sent the Hornets home in 6 games last year in the New Orleans season. You have to think it might have been a bit different if the Hornets were fully healthy.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. And back to the Lakers and Hornets in that first-round series. David West was the big name missing for New Orleans. Now, Carl Landry came in there and filled as much as he could. But West, I think Steve would have made it maybe a different series for him.
It would have been really interesting because as it was, you know, they took the Lakers to 6 games. They won game 1 in L.A. Who knows, with David West there, they might have knocked off L.A. in that first round.
So for the Clippers, DeAndre Jordan comes in for Lamar Odom. And Willie Green is subbed in for Jamal Crawford. The Hornets also changing it up. Ryan Anderson, he's checked in for Davis. Aminu comes in for Miller. And it's Gordon in for Rivers. Here's Green. Dishes to Paul. Outside Butler. He's picked up by Lopez. Goes straight up. And the dunk by Jordan.
You know, everybody's got a job to do. Each player has a role in clearing space under the boards. That's his.
And then collecting on the second chance points clutch. So important.
Yeah, is he hard to handle in the paint. Just so strong and he attacks.
Anderson's shot is off.
This is a nice lead they've built. Very good job controlling the glass this game.
You've got to be pleased as a coach to see how your team is boxed out. Very fundamentally sound basketball.
The Hornets couldn't overcome the Lakers in the playoffs, but Chris Paul was just magical in some of those games, particularly in Game 1. Terrific. You've got to give him a lot of respect for how he played.
Back to Paul. You know, I had a chance to call that Laker-New Orleans series last year, Clark, and that Game 1 win and that Game 4 win. Steve, he was on another level.
Yeah, that was incredible. The triple-double in Game 4, as you mentioned, Kevin, he just completely dominated that game. The Lakers just had no answer for his penetration, and he is just a maestro out there as a point guard. So beautiful to watch. And he's starting to pick things up here after a tough first quarter.
Outside Griffin. Right side Griffin. Lopez is there. Just 5 on the clock. The 10-footer, and the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
And you can see the strategy has been to take the ball inside here.
That's where you get high percentage looks and draw fouls, Steve, and it's a good way to play.
Here is Vasquez. Pass to Gordon. He passes to Lopez. Green with the rebound. Here comes Paul. 15-point game. The tray, and another three for the Clippers.
Another fast break hoop. They're just outrunning their opponent here.
You know what, Steve? I think the defense has left themselves vulnerable, and they're learning the hard way that speed definitely kills.
This looks like a three-point contest out there, guys.
Yeah, you would fit right in, partner. I mean, you hit one on us, we'll hit one on you. A terrific battle going on here.
And that concludes the first half. And